The Saints kicked over 100. Yes, that's right. 106 and still ended up losing to Brisbane. The Bulldogs flexed their muscles and handed Fremantle a beating and crucially putting Andrew's 100 nugget challenge in jeopardy. The Swans played with their food until they were hungry enough to eat crow pie, with Joel Amati kicking 9. And yes, Collingwood did it again, beating North by 1 point in our now signature comeback win. All that and more in this episode of Ankle Sore. Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our review of round 14. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead, hit the bell icon so you get alerts when we have a new episode available. 6 games to look at. Let's get into it. Friday night, there's no Thursday night footy. It was at the Gabba. Brisbane 19-12, 126 defeated St. Kilda 16-10, 106. Kicked over 100.
It was actually an entertaining game of footy, believe it or not.
And they
was for once.
Yeah.
And
So,
Freo,
how do you feel about that?
Brisbane,
I'll ask you about that.
Yeah, he can go because he wants to talk about St Kilda.
Do I? I actually don't.
Well, anyway, Brisbane, Brisbane miles ahead in that game. And
Yeah,
then
well,
they just-
37 points.
I think again, I don't like that thing. Take the foot off. I think St Kilda thought, gee, we're not going to be able to get close here if we don't start trying to kick a score. Amazing when you start kicking.
Amazing.
16-10, 106. But anyway, Brisbane are always in control.
They were. But they got within 7. Was it 7 points?
Yeah, they got within
points
a
at
goal
one
or
point,
two. But I still felt that Brisbane were always going to have the answer in that game.
Yep. Yeah.
So, the result was not surprising, but I thought it was going to be early on. It looked like it was going to be a massive win.
Dano kicked 5.
Yeah, he had a good game. Yeah,
Windhager failed on Neil, like he Neil had a picnic. Do you agree?
yeah.
Yeah.
I started off okay.
Why do you
but
sound like Mike Sheen?
He said that every second week, I reckon.
Do you agree?
Do you agree? What do you think? What do you think, Andrew? What do you think, Andrew?
I think that's false, that score, St Kilda. They were 41 points down, and like Vito said, we've got to try and score now to win the game. The amount of times they're down by 5 goals, St Kilda,
Yeah.
and lose by 10 points,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it happens all the time. So that's rubbish, if you know what I mean.
So you're going to have a crack at Ross Lyon again? You've got to.
He's an idiot. Did you hear what he said in his press
No,
conference?
I didn't see his press.
He's a fool. He's entertaining, but he's a fool. They said, you kicked over 100, Ross. And he said, yeah, yippee, get the cake and put the...
Did he really?
Light the...
So, you know what that is?
He's
That's
an
just
idiot.
sarcasm to the
He's an
reporter.
idiot. They asked him, okay, you kicked 100 points for
You should be going, yeah, we're playing a bit more attacking or something.
reckon-
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
what we're looking for. Just,
Yeah.
You know?
Do you reckon Ross Lyon has always been like that?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, he's always been an idiot.
I reckon he's sucking it up now because they're
What about when he
struggling.
was coaching St Kilda the first time round? Was he always like that?
Can't remember so far back.
That was his first coaching gig, so he's a bit more...
Oh, he was. He
So,
he had a crack
he
at that
was,
reporter.
but not as bad as
So
now.
2009, they played 25 games of footy. They kicked over 112 times that year and kicked over 96 times.
Jesus.
That's massive, isn't it?
That's the 2009 finals, grand final series. So
Yeah.
I'll do more research on their other grand finals campaign, but I just thought I'd
Yeah.
So,
let you know about that.
so why? Well, that's interesting because I was.
So what I'm saying is he can coach to score.
But he
why
chooses not to.
why chooses not to then?
He chooses
Is it the
not
cattle?
to. No.
Doesn't
I don't
trust
know.
the cattle?
Yeah,
They kicked
maybe.
16 then. Like that.
How did they kick 16?
Again,
But that's what I'm saying.
Harris Andrews and
That's right.
What's his name down back?
Anyway.
He's a big bloke. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
it's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I think there's more research into that we should
I agree.
unravel. Saturday, Marvel Stadium, Western Bulldogs 23-11, 149, defeated Fremantle 12-10-82.
We witnessed the Brownlow medalists of 2024.
Quite possibly.
Oh,
Yeah, last night he played.
quite easily. Quite easily. They were sensational.
Last night he
the
played.
Dogs.
Yeah.
They were absolutely sensational.
So they got within 15 points, Fremantle.
Yep. Something like that.
But
Yeah, never looked like winning though, did they?
so
I don't reckon.
Friday night, the team fought back a comeback. Dogs
So- yeah.
held off a comeback. I won't go into it.
We'll get there. No, but it's just one of those things that these sides like Fremantle and
They
St
weren't
Kilda,
ever in it. You're right.
they choose not to score or
Yeah.
choose defence, like ultra defence first. We spoke just before the game, I think, and I said, Ryan won't get 30 today.
He did.
Because he didn't.
No,
because
it cost me again. Again.
Why are you doing that?
These two Bob idiots cost me every
Yeah,
Bob
what are you
idiots.
doing that for?
But yeah, no, it's my Nuggets are safe.
I think your
I
Nuggets
don't
are
reckon they'll play
safe.
finals. They're not good.
How flat's that?
67.
I picked the Dogs. I didn't think Fremantle in my tipping. I'm not sure what I said in our show.
I think I picked Fremantle last week, but
You did, though.
I picked Freo.
Yeah, but
Did you?
I said Freo
I think I
Knockanova.
picked Freo as well.
Saturday morning, or Thursday when I actually did my tips, I picked Western Bulldogs. And I think I even said to you, I said, Bulldogs are a chance. Like, just their wins, like Ralph Mouth, was sensational.
Yeah, it was good.
Coming back.
Yeah, the whole midfield brigade
Yeah.
slaughtered
Even
a so-called Freo
So-called,
midfield
yeah.
brigade that
Brayshaw, Sarong, they were out of sauce.
they were.
They played okay,
were.
but then what they got? They got Young as a good player, but Nathan Fife.
Anyway,
He's embarrassing. He's embarrassing.
yep, and we'll buy this game off because let's go to
Yeah.
Saturday, the twilight game of the MCG. Richmond 6, 13.49, Hawthorn 14, 13.97. There was 92,000 to watch Dusty in his brand new white
was
boots.
amazing.
Kicked the first goal of the game.
I was going to say.
Total 82,000.
Tied out 92,000.
90,000.
That was lame by Richmond.
It was.
Lame.
It was. Great start. He kicked the first goal, Dusty,
Yeah,
for Richmond.
and you know what? Looking back,
They're never going to
that's
score.
the right
yeah.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much,
We got everyone got sucked
sucked
into
in,
the
perhaps.
Dustin Martin hype.
Yeah, I think everyone was hoping they'd win for Dusty.
Yeah, that's
rather
fair
than-
enough.
you know what
I was
mean?
hoping it.
But
Everyone was
Hawthorn
hoping.
were looking back like hindsight are all champions at hindsight.
All right, I'm going to ask you
They were
right
never
here.
going to lose to Richmond. Hawthorn are flying.
I agree. I'm going to ask you right now. Can they play finals, Hawthorn?
They certainly can.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Why not?
No.
Why
Do you
not?
think or can they?
both. I don't think they will.
Okay, because I think they can mathematically.
I don't think they can.
Aren't they
no.
just percentage out at the moment?
Uh,
Or 2 points
2
out?
point, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. They
No,
can
I
play.
don't think they can.
I think-
I don't think they're good enough to play finals.
That's fair enough if they're not good enough.
won
They-
6 or 7.
They won, you know, but they've got
that's
to win.
They've
They've
won
got to
some-
keep going.
Yeah, and they will. Like, why? What makes you think they'll just stop?
Well, it's been a good run.
Been a good run. I'm not going to say that.
They've got a lot of good players. Like, there's no standouts that you go, if we shut him down. No, they've got 12 contributors every week, and they're all good.
But I don't think they're good enough to play
Okay,
finals.
I do.
Yep.
Marbiot's playing well.
Yeah, he's playing well. So is MM Bubble. Anyway.
Saturday night, Adelaide Oval. Adelaide 10-7-67, lost to Sydney 16-13, 109. Now, the Crows were up by 3 goals.
Oh, even more.
At
Kicked
once-
10 in a row, Sydney, if I'm not
Is
wrong.
that right? Is that right?
And Amadi obviously kicked his 9.
Joel Amati at quarter time had donuts.
Yeah.
Didn't touch the ball.
So he kicked 9
He
goals.
kicked 9 in
Three-
3 quarters and then goes off for the last 3 minutes.
You, 3 weeks ago, you said he was hopeless.
I did. I did.
But you know what? So
He had a day out.
Everyone does it.
He had a day
Oh,
out.
everyone, eh?
Not everyone, but
How many
every
players have kicked 9 this year? Not one.
No, not
Last
one.
player
but-
to kick 10, I had to go scurrying to the
Who was
record
it?
books.
Wasn't it Charlie Cooper?
Tex
Walker
Walker
against
kicked
West
10.
Coast?
Yeah.
Last year.
When did Charlie kick 10?
Yeah, against West Coast last year.
They all
Yeah,
kicked
so
it
there was
against
two,
West Coast.
two
yeah.
tenners last year, yeah.
They all kicked it against West Coast.
They
But
did.
9's the biggest haul this year, isn't it? Like, there's
No,
no.
there was 10 last week. Didn't Larky kick 10 last year?
Was that
This
last year?
Vito.
I thought he said this year. Last year.
Did
sorry.
Larky kick 10?
9, I reckon.
Oh, maybe 9 against Gold
9.
Coast.
Yeah.
I don't think he kicked 10. But, yeah, 9 goals is a fair effort.
Sydney?
Oh, they just do it. Like you said in the intro, mate. They were just not playing around with them. They were just waiting for the right time. Adelaide were running around like they were playing well, and they got the jump on them and all that. But
Jeez, they punish opposition.
Goulden, Heaney, the usual suspects. I'm not going to go on about it. They got on top, and that was game
How
over. mate.
big's Goulden when he gets the footy through that midfield?
Oh.
Picks it up and just
Class,
runs.
And you're right.
it.
You did see the Brownlow medalist played last night.
No, we
Isaac?
Oh,
Rankin?
yeah.
Oh, if you win from here.
Ah, yes.
No, I told you, Vito. They will take too many votes, Goulden and Warner.
That's the only problem.
And
No, he's still done. He's done. He was outstanding in the first
He was
7-8 rounds.
He was best on ground last night. Who was best on ground
Oh,
last night?
if you'll get 2 at least.
Joel Amadi will get. He's got.
You'll
Joel
get
Amadi
three.
kicked not.
You'll
yeah,
get 2
yeah,
votes,
that's right.
Heaney, I reckon.
Ooh, you'd want to get 2. That might save him.
He'll win it. Oh, I'm still going to say
And the
five.
Crows?
Nah, they've gone backwards, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tex
Yep.
Walker not playing, and even when he was playing, wasn't playing well.
Well, Tex Walker
huge.
last year kicked 76
No, that's what I
goals.
mean. Without
like,
him,
he's not going to do
yeah.
that.
I'll say this, right? That's fine. But they can still depend on by 30, 33,
Well,
34.
that's
Well,
right.
he's there. So, did Collingwood depend on Pendlebury? Absolutely, they did.
Yeah, well,
It's
then they're not
36.
going too far, Adelaide. Like,
No, but I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
making the point. He's there. What else have they
oh,
got?
I can't believe how backwards they've gone. I put them in my 8.
I know.
So,
shocked.
yeah.
It's their bottom. We
You
know we
called
know
that
about
early.
that.
You called it
don't we?
early in the
Yeah.
year, bottom 5.
Yeah.
But everyone's got bad bottom 5, but theirs are pretty bad.
It is.
Pretty bad.
But there are some teams that are catching up to them.
Like
Yeah.
they had You know, like you shoal those blokes. They weren't going to match it last night, Sydney, for 4
No,
quarters.
not for 4 quarters.
No chance.
No.
No.
No chance.
No.
But did they look okay when they were in front?
Yeah, of course
They
they
looked
did.
okay.
I thought they did.
I thought Sydney were just a bit flat. But you got to give them credit. They got in front, I suppose. But
Yeah, and whacked them in the end.
Yeah, they whacked them, yeah. They whack side Sydney, don't they? They get in front.
That's right. Yeah, they really punish sides.
they do.
Sunday Marvel Stadium, North Melbourne 19-4-118 has lost to Collingwood 18-11-119. 54 points was the margin early in the third quarter when Zerha kicked
That goal, or whoever it was.
a goal.
Good effort by North. Fantastic.
Don't you start that.
No, it was good.
Don't
I was
you
getting all the
start
messages
that.
on my phone saying that was a really good effort by the Kangas. So, you know, they played well and they got 9 goals in front.
I'll just let you speak.
It was great. Like, you know, it was really good to watch and they played well and George was great.
Just turn his camera off.
And
His
LD,
microphone.
Camera.
LDU.
Cut it out.
LD,
Cut it out.
LDU was great.
Cut it out and bring the real Vito out. Cut it out.
They're a disgrace. They are an absolute pitiful disgrace. And any idiot, and I don't care who you are, wants to say to me, oh, that was really good by North, but give me a friggin' spell. Give me a friggin' spell. And Ange, I know you're going to be on my side on this.
Oh,
surely.
we've discussed this.
Give me your full, what you think. Because I always have to be.
54 points up early in the third quarter. I don't care what level
you.
or what standard or what game of footy you're at.
Yep.
If you're good enough to get 54 points up, that's pretty ordinary to concede that, to lose that game of footy from that far out. There was only 27 minutes of playing time left in that game
And they
of
got
football.
outscored by 55 points
Oh, whacked.
in that amount of time.
So clearly, obviously, we know they're not good enough.
Correct.
But don't give me, it's great for the future. And geez, there was a few positive signs. No, we didn't win the game of footy.
Thank you.
Didn't win the game of footy.
100%.
Can I be the voice of reason?
So before you bring the voice of reason in, I'm staggered at the substitute at 3/4 time.
Apparently
with
he
Phillips
was
on Dacos.
apparently he was spent. I don't know.
Spent or just frightened of
Oh, look, I don't know.
spent.
So if he was spent,
So-
he should probably never play again.
But maybe.
Round 14, he's spent as an AFL.
Okay,
the
no.
sub should have been Bailey Scott, who was running backwards.
Okay, I'm just going to bring this up as well. Not good enough. Great. You know what I think of Collingwood. I always talk about.
Yeah, you do. So it's not about the opposition
Nothing to do with it but
whatsoever.
Let me tell you, those few decisions in the last quarter, it shouldn't have got to that North. It should not have gotten
Yeah,
to that.
that's true.
But those few decisions in the last quarter, 50-metre penalty, Bailey Scott had to be.
Incredible.
Dacos had to be done for holding the ball. Had to be.
Holding the ball.
Right? So there you probably get over the line, but it would have been a false win.
False
No,
win.
no.
He kicked 19 goals.
Nah, not a
How's
false.
win?
I would have
Come
been
on.
happy if they responded and won like they did last week. But I was pretty flat after today.
Yeah, it was
I was
terrible.
incredibly flat because of the magnitude of what happened during the 2 hours of that day, of that game.
100%.
Like you said off air, if it was goal for goal all day, North were competitive, hit the front, Collingwood wins
Collingwood
by a
got-
couple of goals.
Yeah.
You go, okay.
Great effort. Fantastic.
But North were
Are
in
we
front.
mincing our words?
No.
No, you're not mincing your
No, because
words,
they got
but I think-
outscored. My point is this, sorry. My point is this. Yeah, you're right what you're saying, and I agree. If it's goal for goal, they're 3 goals up, 2 goals up, 1 goal up, 3 goals. You know what I mean? I get that. That's fine. But you have conceded 55 points.
Well, we worked it out. What was the score from that point onwards?
So we were 15-2.
So it was 12.
It was 15-2 to 6-2, right?
That's right.
So
That's
what did
right.
we kick? We kicked 9-4. So we kicked 4-2 to 12-9.
To 12-9.
In what, 27 minutes
27
of
minutes of playing time.
You
Or
tell me,
maybe
mate.
30 minutes, let's say.
Whatever.
But use it.
That's a whacking.
A whacking of the highest proportion.
Are you done?
Yep.
Okay. The point you're missing is that one team's contending to win a premiership
Yep.
and one's not this year. This year. Don't worry about next week or the week after. Worry about when North's contending to win a flag, right? Collingwood were in this position 2 years ago. They were second last on the ladder. Right?
3 years ago.
3 years ago and played preliminary final, grand final, and now they're here, right? So I'm not discounting it was a bad loss. But you can't just automatically go, hey, we're a good side.
No,
You're not,
that's
right?
true.
So
No, that's
19
fair. I'm
goals
not saying-
against a team
But
that's...
we're talking about the magnitude of the
Hang on.
comeback.
There's 3
And
teams that
what-
can win the premiership this year. Collingwood's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, the rest are kidding themselves.
Oh, I know, but
Right? So to be 98% of that game in front, mate,
I'm not sure.
I reckon you're
I think that's
discounting
irrelevant.
North. It's
Yeah.
not
I reckon
irrelevant.
it's irrelevant.
I think
Any
so.
club in the AFL would, to be in that position, right, a lower club,
Yeah, but how do you get better, Andrew? At the end of the
You keep
day,
doing
this is
that.
the third time it's happened this
you
year.
keep doing that. They went to Perth and beat West Coast in Perth. That's a tough...
They
Don't worry
did.
about the Harley Reid factor. That's still a tough win, right? They were behind. They came back and won. To come and smack Collingwood in the mouth like they did.
They did.
2.5
They did.
quarters. Smacked them in the mouth and go, who are you? Who are you? Nick Dacos was unsighted until Phillips went off, right? Mm-hmm. So you can almost say Phillips was a bit fitter they win that game, right? Because
Probably.
Dacos won the game.
I think the decision, like we were saying off air as well, okay, you have to sub Phillips 3/4 time, whatever reason, but surely they could have had someone for the next 30 minutes to
Correct.
go, right, your job now is play over. Was there any of that instruction? Because it didn't look it.
So the sub comes on, it was like playing one less.
Jaden Stevenson.
Please.
Certainly wasn't the replacement for Phillips.
Please.
I'm just saying that the magnitude of, they've done it 3 times this year, 33 points, 32 points
Something
in front
like
of
that.
Fremantle in round
Well, the
4 or
best part
5.
the best part of 5 goals.
Yep,
'Cause
got
in the-
beat by 26 points. Happened last week and they struck lucky and got a couple their way, got a
wouldn't say
dodgy
so.
free kick,
Yeah, all right,
won the
but-
game of footy.
But that's footy,
And
right?
then
Happens
today,
sometimes
I
you get
mean,
lucky.
that's brutal on a time.
So-
I'll counteract what you said about,
Yeah.
Collingwood's in it. That's brutal for a club in the depths of despair.
I don't think it
It
is.
is
Yeah, I know.
brutal.
Yeah, I agree.
No matter what local footy, VFL footy, Sandford, Waffle, that is brutal, particularly where this club's at.
Oh,
It's scarring.
Oh, scarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him.
To lose by a point to Collingwood.
No, it's got nothing to do with Collingwood. It's losing the game of
so
football.
Melbourne, who got trounced 3 weeks in a row, that's
Yeah.
scarring.
Yeah, that too.
They're on the
but
way
I'm saying
down,
that these
North's
kids
on
are
the way
like,
up.
oh, look at us. We're going, okay, this is what we want to see. This is how I want to play. We're winning this game of footy. And then to lose and they finish and go, seriously? We can't even.
So do you
that
reckon-
would be brutal mentally.
This is a North Club corner.
That's why we're doing it now.
Today was the first time I sat down when I got to 54 and kicked, and I thought to myself, in my head, I thought, don't be stupid, we'll win today. I thought to myself,
Any
we win
game
today.
of football in the last 100 years, you get to 54 up. What's the percentage?
Except Melbourne, Essendon in 1992.
There's only been 4 other
Yeah.
games that
I
happen
agree.
like that.
I
Like,
agree.
say you're talking like .000. It's
I agree.
ridiculous.
But again-
North's been involved in 2 of them.
How many games has Cullen Dawson played?
A few,
a handful?
Yeah, well,
He's played
yeah,
more than a handful now.
yeah.
10 games?
No, more
Look,
than
I
that.
get all, I
How many
get, I
Jackson
get
Archer,
all
how many
that.
has he played?
I
Like,
get all that.
they-
But if you
not
can
that
get to
they-
54 up, then why can't you?
Because when the heat's on, they'll learn to shut it down. But they didn't learn to shut
No,
it
they
down.
didn't.
They don't know to shut it
No,
down
they didn't.
yet, right? So they could have won that game if they learned to, but they're learning to shut it down.
I
So
know.
during the week they
And-
go, okay, we should have done this, should have done this. There was 3 or 4 times I saw some handballs where they took the player on. And it's like if you just make the easy kick
Yeah.
to the forward line, it's game over.
Yeah.
Another score and North win. And this was in the last quarter.
Look, there
mind you.
are a lot of situations where another stoppage North wins.
Yeah, 100%. But that's what they need to manufacture.
But Vino
That's
and
what
I
they
don't want to
learn.
be sitting here constantly every week, saying, "Oh, that's positive." Oh, geez, it was nice that Zach Fisher off
Yeah, but
halfback was. Well,
before-
do you want to constantly?
Nah, I'm sick of it.
No,
You
I
know,
agree.
Next week they'll get done again, and we'll be sitting here doing the same thing.
All right.
We'll talk about that.
I'm glad
move
you've been
on.
involved on that.
Oh, very heavily
And just
so.
two
because-
one more thing.
No more.
LDU and George were tremendous.
They were, but they didn't win the game of football.
No.
Sunday, 4 p.m. game at ENGIE Stadium was GWS 9-19-73, defeating Port Adelaide 6-15-51. I apologise to you. I
No,
said
no,
Port
that's
were
fine.
going to be too strong for
Did you
them.
see the weather there? Hurricane, storms.
good.
Mate, that's not
Cyclone
bad.
came through in the second
That's
quarter.
not bad. You know Nick Del Santo
The
said?
floods.
Nick Del Santo, they went down to him at one stage. He goes, the conditions here are picture perfect.
Perfect.
Sun, no rain, no wind. He goes, you cannot get better conditions.
So what's happened?
Port Adelaide are no good. I've told you
Porter
this.
Adelaide.
Port
Porter
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
are good. I told you this.
A porta potty.
That's what they say over there, Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide.
They're no good. And GWS, I don't know, they won comfortably in the end.
These
I don't
two,
think
they're
you-
wasting their time.
Yeah,
these
I don't
two.
think you can get anything out of that.
Probably not.
wasting
probably
their
not.
time.
9-19 to
Toby
6-15.
kicked like 6 behinds or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, he did.
Did he kick a goal
He did.
in the end?
Not,
Oh,
no.
not that we
no,
saw,
he
anyway.
didn't. He didn't. I don't, well, check that, Andrew. Let's see if he kicked the
Oh,
goal.
I don't care if he has.
But he did kick 5 or 6
He
behinds.
did kick 6 behinds.
You know, last week I said kick Goldcast out of the competition. Kick out GWS. There was 2,000 people.
There'll be no one
there
left.
It's
There'll
going
be no
to
left.
just kick out
it's
the
going to be
two.
like the World Series Cup cricket in the
Yeah.
80s, just three-way team.
today. Yeah, that's all right.
Who do you want?
Try
Oh,
series.
yeah,
They'll
try
bring in
series.
Port Melbourne.
Ring
Mate,
of Port
there's
Melbourne.
2,000 people there today.
No.
No, there wasn't.
Did you see?
Yeah, it wasn't.
So the top
Yeah,
tier was
and that
closed.
ground only fits 22,000.
No, I reckon there would have been no more than probably 12.
12.
Anyway.
10 or 12.
Ooh, anyway,
There's no more to speak about that, but
when do you
Vito
reckon-
was right.
Yeah, he was right. We were. When do you reckon Ken Hinkley might look for another
I agree
job?
with him. That's enough.
Do you
Could be
think
the end of
it's
the year.
you reckon?
Could be the end
It's
of the
enough
year.
now.
He's had enough. They're not
Yep.
going to do anything in the finals, and that's it.
What a waste. Well, there you have it, our review of round 14 in the books. Let us know what you thought, and we'll see you in the next one.